Hi everybody, Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parx Racing. My good friend Dick Girardi is back from the Final Four, which we'll touch on in just a little bit later on in the show. But Dick, we got a huge show today. We have some big Derby preps. This is the last round. But this past week, the big banquet to announce the Pennsylvania Horse of the Year was held at Celebrations up here in Bensalem. And how about Disco Chick is our 2016 Pennsylvania Horse of the Year.
Our Horse of the Year, Mr. Jones, as always, did a fine job emceeing. Bruce was roaming around with his camera, and I was eating whatever was in front of me.
Well, Dick, I always get a chance to vote on these things, and I was looking at her resume, and it really surprised me. It was a lot better than I thought it might have been. She was a three-time stakes winner. She was stakes placed in 5 other races during the year, so ambitious campaign for trainer Mario Serret, and also had a third-place finish in a Grade 2 race at Saratoga.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard vote for me when you looked at it, like you're saying, once you evaluated her against the rest of the horses. She was the obvious choice.
Right. Well, Disco Chick, our Pennsylvania Horse of the Year, and you had a chance
to talk to the owners.
Talk to the connections.
It's unbelievable.
It's a dream come true.
Dream come true.
It really
it's
is.
a third generation of one of our first mayors that we got involved with, and here she is.
Yeah.
It's like having a baby graduating from college, if not better than that.
You said you weren't quite sure you were going to win. What did you think when you heard the name get announced, Maria?
I was shocked. I really was.
Well,
I thought it was
I
going to be the
shocked.
other filly, the other mare rather, and I just somehow I didn't expect it. So I was very surprised and very happy.
Well, Dick, certainly our congratulations, Disco Chick. And she's already off to a good start here in 2017. A couple of more stakes placings up in New York, so she continues to run well. Well, Dick, she wins the older filly and mare division. So, again, to get herself into the line for Pennsylvania Horse of the Year. Let's take a look at the other winners. The 2-year-old champ this year was Downhill Racer, trained by Jonathan Shepard, won that Pennsylvania Nursery.
You don't think of Jonathan Shepard and 2-year-olds that often, but he had a good one this year.
Absolutely. Wins the PA Nursery. Our 2-year-old filly of the year. How about our man John Service with Ms. Locust Point? You know, the last 2 years, he won the 2-year-old Colton Gelding division 2 years in a row, and he comes back with a 2-year-old filly. So, you think John is any good with the young horses?
John is good with a lot of horses, and another award for the Service stable. And John came up from Florida. He was in town.
So Miss Locust Point, our 2-year-old filly. Our 3-year-old male champion is Abiding Star out of that Ned Allard barn. And Dick, Abiding Star won the Parx Derby here and then went down to the Preakness.
He did, yeah. Ned had some very good horses this year, and Abiding Star was obviously one of them. And yeah, he appeared in the Preakness.
Certainly a tough spot to get to, but man, when you're in an American Classic, you are in an American Classic.
And there's a man that's been in some classics. Of course, he won the Philly Triple Crown years ago with Mom's Command.
3-year-old filly division. How our man Bertie Houghton with Trace of Grace. So our congratulations to that outfit. The older male, 10-strike racing out of that Carlos Guerrero barn. How about Duval? Boy, was he a tough hombre this year.
Yeah, Duval was a tough hombre, and Marshall Graham, who, as you know, is a professor down in Memphis, Tennessee, came up for the awards, and he got a lot of awards. He was a regular up for visiting you up in the front.
Duval won more than half of his starts, 5 of 9 for the year, and Carlos Guerrero, again, the trainer there. We had the older filly and mare claiming Horse of the Year, and the outstanding claim were the same horse, which we have seen before. The Embasies. Actually, this horse got claimed 4 times. A Fleet Attitude. He was a tough sprinter here over the local track.
He kept getting claimed because he kept winning, regardless of who claimed him.
Dick, the winningest horse, how about 7 wins for that Broadway Bay? There's some horses that don't win 7 races in their careers to win.
That's a big year.
So Broadway Bay, winningest horse. Our jockey of the year again is Frankie Pennington. It was great to see Frankie come in this year with his. He's a Texas guy. You can always tell he's absolutely spring Texas.
His son has the hat. It's tremendous.
Absolutely. He had his whole family there. So great job there by the Penningtons. Our apprentice jockey of the year. This was pretty cool because not only was Luis Ocasio our apprentice jockey of the year, but he was the nation's top apprentice.
Yeah. Now you got the Eclipse Award. Very cool.
Now you mentioned our leading owner, Marshall Graham, who's a great guy. 10-strike racing. He races 4. Trainer of the year was Pat Farrow, and Pat's second training title. She became only the 2nd lady in Parx history to win more than 1 training title. So congratulations to that outfit. Our Division B trainer, Miguel Penaloza, and the Division B owner was Morris Kernan Jr. Those guys just winning at that, that high percentage stuff that you like to see when you're going to the windows.
Absolutely.
Well, Dick, it was a festive evening at Celebrations. We were over at Celebrations, and it was good to see you there, by the way.
It was good to see you,
but
you're always there.
Oh, well. And, Nikki Sherman, who was the photographer, was there, and she captured all the great ambiance. Here's more from Nikki.